we have Han Woo Park, professor in the Department of Media and Communication at Yungnam University. Professor Park, good of you to join us. Thanks very much for making the time. So let's start with those physical album sales, right? Falling for the first time last year in 10 years. Is this a lapse in interest or perhaps a representation of changing listener habits? What's behind this decline?
Oh, yeah, thank you so much for having me. And I'm Han Park. And then, as you mentioned, that album sales dropped a bit, and there are a few reasons. First, big groups, BTS are on military break, and others like Blackpink are less active. So naturally, the fewer people are buying albums. Also, fans used to buy lots of albums during the pandemic, but now they are spending, concerts, fan meetings, and travel again. And for the global fans, shipping costs from Korea are still, relatively high. To fix this, companies can add more value to the albums, like digital content or eco-friendly package. For example, Korean Demon Hunters actually offered cool story-based content with their albums. Fans loved that. And of course, great music is key. If the music is strong, fans will come back.
What options then does the industry have to revive sales? Is it a priority even for music labels in Korea?
So what kind of priority do the Korean industry have? As you know that, the fans are still in love with the, Korean entertainment. And then, Korean, entertainment industry, we are producing fans' national identity. Every generation, particularly in the younger generation around the world, they are sympathetic. They are having the same harmony together with the, content of the K-pop and then K-drama and K-culture.
Fans have observed that companies are aiming for the Western audience by putting out more generic songs with more English lyrics. How successful do you think this has been?
Yeah, to make it clear, the K-pop is a normal, Korean traditional, pop music. The K-pop has become the very much hybrid and mixed element. So, in order to make the K-pop the unique and more popular, it should come with the unique content. So, like the Korean Demon Hunters. So, and we have to make it as Korean as possible. So that is the thing to develop the K-pop broadly, even broader than now.
We're seeing more groups coming up now. We have boy group 17, we have girl group Twice. Do you think they'll be able to replicate the success that BTS or Blackpink enjoyed? Is that level of success even replicable and relevant?
Yes, that is a very tricky question. It's yes and no. Because, the K-pop went to global. Like the Korean Demon Hunters, it was produced in the Japanese company and not in the Korean company. And then, the director is not a native Korean, the, Korean American. So, K-pop is normal, rooted in the, Korea. So there are new bands and boys bands or girls bands, they might, perform much better than, their previous generation. But, we do not know, and we'll see how it goes.
So let's talk about Cat's Eye, because this band stands out to me personally because they are a K-pop band. They are styled as a K-pop band, but there's only one Korean in the band, right? It's a multinational group. So I'm wondering, compared to other international bands from Korea, what did Cat's Eye get right? Why does that formula work?
Yes, first of all, the Korean younger generations, they perceive entertainers are very hard-working jobs. So, they do not want to take a risk and reward together. So, they used to be, working very hard to become a, world-famous idol, but they are now, shifting from the entertainment to the YouTube or social media creators. And then, these top entertainment company in South Korea, they needed to recruit somebody else. That is why, they are moving, candidates, from, Korea to the other countries, particularly in, the Asia.
So, with all that said, Professor, do you think K-pop's global successes like Cat's Eye and K-pop Demon Hunters, they can rejuvenate the industry?
Yeah, of course. Even though, K-pop is being, globalized and K-pop Demon Hunters is produced in the non-Korean company, but still, BTS and K-pop helped our economy a lot with the tourism, albums, and videos. But if we rely too much on one thing, it's risky. Fans change fast, but we have the ripple effect.
Yeah, and I'm wondering now, I'm glad you said that, because I'm wondering if we are reaching saturation point for K-pop. Can there be such a thing as too much K-pop, too much K-entertainment, and everyone will soon cast it aside for the next big thing that may not even come from Korea?
Yeah, but okay, let's make the example of the Japanese sushi. Now, not only Japanese, chef, but also, Korean chef, we make the, Japanese sushi. And then Japanese sushi has become very popular around the world. But Japanese sushi make the, people visit Japan. In similar way, the K-pop, even though K-pop has become very much globalized, and then it go beyond South Korea. But the K-pop, brings, international people to Korea. And then, fans by the culture. So Korea becomes more, the prosperous.
Professor, looking at another massive Korean export now, we're talking about the brand Samsung. Now, it isn't doing so well right now either. It's expecting a massive profit drop of 56%, but it makes up over a fifth of South Korea's GDP. Now, looking at the outsized effect single actors like BTS and Samsung have on the economy, is it time, perhaps, you think, for the country to revise its main economic drivers?
Oh, yes. So we need to revise. But Samsung, had a hard year, especially in chips, as you mentioned. But they are still very strong in technology, phones, and AI, artificial intelligence. They invest in the new technology, foldable phones, robotics, even biotechnology. And AI chips are growing fast. So Samsung is still a big part of Korea's future. So with the right support, they will bounce back. But, we need, more than Samsung, another Samsung, second Samsung, third Samsung, fourth Samsung, etc.
Yes, I think you were right on point there in terms of South Korea needing to relook its economic drivers there. Professor Park, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us here in Singapore this morning.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Okay.
The pleasure is ours as well, Professor. That was Han Woo Park, Professor in the Department of Media and Communication at Yunnan University.